everyone's favorite, who needs no introduction, Mr. Rosario. अरे बजाओ ताली.
Good morning, beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen. Why I say beautiful and handsome is, I remember one story 20 years back when I was traveling with my boss, and we had a female colleague foreigner sitting in the car. They were sitting behind, I was sitting in front. And one small girl, beggar, at Haji Ali, we stopped the car. She came to the car and she knocked the window. And so all attention went to her. And she said, "Madam, you're looking beautiful." And then she came to another window and she told my boss, "Sir, you're looking handsome." So, I'm relating that today. So you sitting here, all beautiful, ladies, welcome, and handsome gentlemen. So that's why I related that story, So, even they know that the foreigners asked me how they speak English. I said they are trained only to say this sentence: "You're beautiful and you're handsome." So immediately people try to decide when we should meet next and everything. So that is something coming in my mind. And hope you are all well, your families are well, because we have gone through this 2 years of pandemic. It's very sad. I don't want to go back to that, but just to check if everyone is okay here. Mohit, can you please come to the stage? Mohit is here, to help us commence this group, and we are going to talk about We Connect.
Thank you, Rosario. Thank you. I think I'm audible. Thank you. So, thanks for a warm welcome. So, thank you all for being here on a Sunday morning. And this is Mohit. I'll introduce myself later on. Some of us know, some of us may not know, and some are old faces, some are new faces. So yes, I have come all the way from Indore for 2 reasons. One, of course, is the meeting, and second, of course, is the meeting. There's no other reason.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, I would just like to start with some basic concept. ऐसा क्यों है? थोड़ा मैं हिंदी में रखूँगा, इंग्लिश में रखूँगा, so that I can convey myself clearly what we are and what is the essence behind creating all these Sunday August gathering, right? So सबसे पहले मैं आपको एक छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ बारिश के बारे में. भी रेनी सीजन इज देयर. सो बारिश का पानी जब गिरता है तो वो खाली जगह ढूंढता फिरता है. बारिश का पानी जब गिरता है तो वो खाली जगह ढूंढता फिरता है, क्योंकि जब बारिश का पानी गिरता है तो वो ठहराव की तरफ जाता है, स्टिलनेस की तरफ जाता है. और ये जो ग्रुप हमने बनाने का कोशिश किया और अब आगे जाएंगे, ऐसा रोजारियो ने बताया कि वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद अ वेरी स्मॉल गैदरिंग. वी प्रिसाइजली केप्ट दिस स्मॉल सो दैट वी कैन गेट इनटू द स्टिलनेस. ये बहुत एसेंस और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट्स व्हाई वी नॉट एडेड न्यू पीपल आउट देयर इन द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग. 2-4 लोग हैं, बट येस, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर ओल्ड बिकॉज दे अंडरस्टैंड आवर मेंटालिटी, minds, we can read each other. That is the basic reason we have started. Now the big why. ये क्वेश्चन जो सिल्विया ने उठाया कि बिग व्हाई, as to why we have decided to go ahead with this thing. So this gentleman, he's standing right now, Rosario. So when Rosario called me and asked me कि Mohit, we want to think start this group again, and will you be able to contribute and all, ask him. He's standing. It took not even an iota of second for me to decide. I said yes. How will I come to this place? What will I make it? Whether I'll get my flight, time, schedule or not? I said just yes, chill. कैसे करेंगे? Leave it. Because that thing was also creeping in my mind when I was thinking about networking. So when we say networking, a very common sense question comes in our mind. आप किसी को भी बाहर networking बोलोगे, वो बोलेगा smartly dressed ladies and gentlemen sipping cup of coffee और sharing cocktails and all. ये सब आता है दिमाग में. बट हमारे दिमाग में से बियॉन्ड कुछ है, बिकॉज वी जस्ट डोंट वांट टू एक्सचेंज अवर बिजनेस कार्ड कि मैं यहाँ काम करता हूँ, आप यहाँ काम करते हैं, कुछ काम हो तो बता देना. ये बनते हैं रिलेशन, लेकिन मेंटेन नहीं हो पाते. यू ऑल हैव सीन इन लाइफ. सो हमारे इसमें से ऐसा शायद कोई भी नहीं होगा जो सोशल नेटवर्क यूज़ नहीं करता, फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो द ओनली डिफरेंस इन दीज टू थिंग्स आर, दिस इज व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट. And then this is what we are today. We have thousands and thousands of Insta friends and Facebook के friends and all virtual world. आज आंख बंद करके आप सोच के देखो, just think over it for a moment. If you are in trouble right now, or if you are excited right now, whom will you share? I just shared some news with this guy. He'll tell you. I got something in my hand last night. This was the first guy after my mother. I think I told him this is my achievement. So this I am not doing on Facebook. You guys, whosoever is connected with me on Facebook, you'll see I'll hardly post any post because I know the reality. I am not in virtual world. I have to maintain it for some reasons, but I am not actually maintaining it. So that is the reason. Second important thing, that walks and thoughts. When I say walks and thoughts, we all people are from different, walks of life. So this is me or Rosario or whosoever is sitting right here now must be thinking. So we all are from different walks of life. Some are doctors, some are engineers, some are fitness coach, some are entrepreneurs, some are upcoming entrepreneurs. So when we are talking about different, 40 people sitting out here and 2 more who are arranging for the hotels and all maybe listening to me. So we are networked here with 42 guys in precise. So when we are from different parts of life, different ages, different stages, then of course we are going to learn very very great things and versatile experiences of these 42 guys. हम सब ने अपनी दुनिया में कुछ तो किया होगा अपनी एज के हिसाब से. So keep your hearts open and just be on a passive mode to receive what is coming out there. I learn from everybody, from a guy who is just 18 and a guy who is 88. That is what my essence of the second reason was that. The aim can be anything. Those who are going into become venture capitalists, some are going to be the entrepreneurs, some are going to be the doctors, some are seeking jobs, some are giving job, some are just networking. Some of us have earned enough money or in that stage of life wherein they have become grandparents and all, and they are not really bothered about any job giving, taking, but yes, some of them are there. You'll see them probably in the second half or in the next subsequent meetings when we'll add them. Then you'll come to know, एक question आएगा दिमाग में, ये network क्यों कर रहा है? What does he have to do with this group? He's established, he's owning a Mercedes, or he's having a good job, good money, good income, good friends also. So why he's giving? So he's actually coming to share the wisdom with us. We did have some groups before also amongst all of us. So some people were there who were ready to give, and giving is the best blessing. Whatever I have earned, if I'm dying with that tomorrow without even sharing it with no one, there's no point. So whatever the aim be, we are open to the aims. Now coming to some ideas that we have, what we can get. Think about it, because we have not only made these some animated slide or something, we have actually given a thought of almost 4 to 5 years from now when we decided. Personally, if I can tell you, I retired 4 years back from some service, and I started thinking, when I was stepping out from a government job to a private sector, I was in no man's land. I had a big trouble getting settled into corporate world. कैसे चलेगा, वहाँ का अलग है, यहाँ तो सब फिक्स है, यहाँ कोई नौकरी से नहीं निकाल सकता, वहाँ किसी ने बॉस को बोल दिया तो, and so many questions were there in my mind. So the first thing that I did was, I had a couple of my school friends and college friends and some people like Rosario and other people who did something with my college. We all got into. Then I came to know it's not that difficult. You just have to know the cult. The rest all is okay. So exchange of idea happen whenever we talk. Will happen over lunch, over cup of tea. Stress relief, like Rosario asked, something happened, when we talk to each other. I have a trouble, financial trouble, I have medical trouble, I have my mother, I have my father, whatever. There are thousands of trouble that we face on a daily basis, whether we are rich or poor. So the important thing is, we say, when I shared my problem with my friend, half of the problem is already solved. There's someone who's listening to you. He may not help you. Rosario may not help me tomorrow. Vipin may not help me tomorrow in the capacity, but definitely he can suggest me someone who can help, or he can just listen to me. उसको बताते बताते भी मुझे हो सकता है कुछ solution मिल जाए. So the point is stress relief. These are common sense questions. Longevity. I talk about this. It's very important. This I talk about with my personal experience. I have a grandfather who is 102, live and taking as of today. He was born with my father. Both of them born 22nd June. Of course, the years are different. So the thing is, people say exercise. We do have some people who are going to do some exercise. So we do exercise, eating habits and all these things. You know all these things. But I have got my own theory behind it. Why will I exercise first of all? I'm retired. I've got enough money, I've got grandchildren, I'm done with my responsibility, let me die peacefully. That's what people start thinking after 65. हो गया यार, अभी निकलना है, सब बच्चे सेटल हैं, इंश्योरेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है, लेट मी जस्ट फिनिश माई लाइफ. वो ये नहीं सोचते उसके आगे कुछ है. So I was talking about my grandfather. When I still talk to him, he talks sense. You know, we all know after say certain age, बच्चे बन जाते हैं बुजुर्ग. You know, old age people tend to become kiddish. They talk nonsense, we say. ये बुढ़ापा आ गया and all these things. But he talks sense as on date. If you speak to him right now, I'll connect a phone, whoever wants to talk to him. आपको लगेगा मोहित ही बात कर रहा है. Of course difference होगा, बस आपसे बात करते हैं, मुझसे मेरी इंक्रीमेंट की बात करते हैं, अप्रेजल की बात करते हैं, प्रमोशन की बात करते हैं, नेवी का डी आया कि नहीं बात करते. He talks sense. Why? He was in standing counsel for Indian Railways during Britishers time. He was born in 1920. वो लकी लोग इंडियंस में से थे जिनकी नौकरी लग गई थी उस समय. अदरवाइज ब्रिटिशर्स अब उनके जो स्टैंडिंग काउंसिल का रोल था इन इंडियन रेलवे, सो दैट वाज इट. सो द रीजन इज स्टिल ही इज लाइव एंड टेकिंग बिकॉज ऑफ connections. That's what I'm trying to bring out. Opportunities, there's no doubt about it. When we share opportunities, of course we get opportunities. So job assistance, we all know Naukri.com and other things do not work. Actual job market works below the ice. Ice tip of the iceberg. So references makes a lot of difference. So I mean speaking English, Hindi or Marathi or some other language. It's important that how we network with people. I'll have to be humble with you guys because I have to meet. So when I practice this humbleness, I'll be a humble person. So it depends. So being human, of course. Since the beginning of the recorded history, we know we are social animals. We are supposed to be networked. We cannot live in isolation. So once we cannot live in isolation, we have to have friends and group. Why not to have a good group? Maybe we are not born in a good family as we wanted, but we can always make good friends as we wanted. That choice is ours. किस घर में पैदा होना है हमारे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है, but किसको फ्रेंड बनाना है हमारे पास ऑप्शन. So with this, I would just like to have a small interactive session with you guys. I'll hand over the mic to Rosario. If you have decided something, we'll ask. So be open. You guys can. Okay. Good. The answer is there. थोड़ा मैंने timer कम लगाया. Time was positive. So the weekly friends. I call them weekly friends. How many of us actually call somebody, every week? I realized it very late. Every week I'm not talking about my colleagues. Suppose Bipin is my colleague, बॉस क्या कर रहा था, अरे यार इंक्रीमेंट फिर नहीं आया. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. ऐसे तो 200 लोगों से हम सब बात करते हैं डेली बेसिस, नॉट इवन दिस. सो आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दोज पीपल. आई एम इवन नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट हु इज मनी मेकिंग मनी टू सूर्या एज अ सेपरेट पार्टनर और somebody like, or who is adding on to Sharad Amlani's business. I am not talking about that. These are your colleagues. I am talking about your friends. We realize in a very later stage, because I realized on a very earlier stage in somewhere in 2016-17, I was retiring. Okay, so weekly friends, think about it. Think about it. I am making money along with him. इसने मर्सिडीज खरीदी, मैंने एक BMW. हम दोनों को मालूम है हमारा धंधा बिजनेस क्या है. मेरे किस फ्रेंड के साथ शेयर करूँ? That is a big question. Projects. यहाँ पे कोई आदमी दिखेगा जिसको सब जानते हैं.
How many friends do you connect within a month or a week?
As far as I am concerned, I mean, every day there are 2 to 3 friends whom I am in touch daily. I make sure, and there are a few friends whom I mean, Saturdays and Sundays are completely for friends. So I do a lot of networking. So I like meeting people. I meet a lot of people. I have a lot of groups. So somewhere or the other I am engaged during this Saturdays and Sundays basically. So 5 days work and then 2 days of basically networking, I would say.
That's why you're the richest, I guess, in the crowd.
Working, I think so. The evenings are for the families, so that is more than enough. I mean, and then of course vacations are there, so
You reserve the family for the vacation.
Yeah.
Excellent. So again, the point is, whenever we think of a project, मुझे एक business start करना है बॉम्बे में. I'm not from Mumbai. I want to start something in Mumbai, being the capital, commercial capital of India. What shall I do? Shall I ask my boss? कि बॉस नौकरी छोड़ के अभी एक बिजनेस चालू कर रहे हैं. Can you help me? सीधा A star से B, बीच में A plus और A minus. That will happen. So certainly, whenever you want to start a business, you cannot go to your family because mother will always say, अरे अच्छा नौकरी चल रहा है, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? पापा ने नौकरी किया, दादा ने किया, अभी तुमको क्यों धंधा ट्राई करने का? I have tried all this because then you go to your friends. That's all, because there are no other options. Now your friends are, हो सकता है possibility that the friends are not that capable of helping in this particular project. I'll tell you an example. When I was associated with Sylvia a couple of years back when I was in Navy, I had some very big job to be done in Navy. 1000 कुछ scarves बनाने थे जिसमें dolphin उड़ती हुई and all these things. I cannot tell you. वो ladies का जो scarf होता है. And I got stuck. I got hundreds of vendors and all. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. Then I asked Sylvia, do you know someone? So I still remember the name of the girl, Anila, उसकी friend है. She said, I am doing the work. So what happened? मेरा नेवी का या जो भी गवर्नमेंट का काम हो गया, she got a government contract and she got a name stamped over it कि ठीक है इंडियन नेवी के साथ वो डील कर. और मुझे बॉस ने बोला शाबाश, you could do it. So that was a thing, a very common sense. So this project and all, we can think about it. Of course, Rosario spoke about it. So I would love Rosario to only take on. Yeah.
We don't want to put much pressure on that. But normally I tell most of them, we are working, all are working, but we should always have a second and third income. I think I have discussed with a lot of people in the group here. And I just want to ask one question to Bala. If you want to start business, some project, what will you do? Whom will you discuss? Certainly most of us are doing jobs in various companies, and certainly we are not gonna ask our bosses regarding our startups.
Yeah.
So, hi all. Actually, if you want to start a business, you should be prepared mentally first that your fixed income is gone. So, whatever thought in your mind about the business, then you should plan it. You should talk to like-minded people, like-minded friends who can suggest you, guide you, and who can encourage you. Yes, you can do it. So I have Rosario is a big pillar for me. So he pushed me.
Great.
Even my family also supported, and other colleagues who were there with me in telecom sector.